Seek to define yourself with only the finest of wealth. Fuck our health. Why build self-esteem when you can buy it from a shelf? Distinct lies clocked only by the realest of girls and guys witnessed through heavily burdened eyes. Our souls are visible and can be seen. And all of my guilt over the foundations on which this land was built manifests itself in interesting ways. Because after all these years and rivers of crimson tears, an empire has ended and these are its final days. A legacy of death and alcohol and a breath, Churchill was revered and loved. It's not even funny that he's on our money, but I need the dough, so in my pocket, fivers do get shoved. And you can tell a lot from the heroes a country has got, as well as who they pick to lead. We have Theresa May barely keeping Jacob Rees-Mogg at bay, as well as Boris Johnson, a dickhead, as well as the personification of greed. And if there was only a way to ensure these liars had no say, we would have a chance of building a better society. The MPs laugh as the NHS staff have their workloads increased, because if you want to become a nurse these days, they've removed the bursary. So now you're looking at a 50 grand fee. And a bit the second worst is our complicity is rehearsed multiple times an hour, because we feel too shy to challenge those that deny we are partly responsible as individuals for the fact that children all over the world are hiding under their bed. Through fear, they cower. But the actual worst bit are people don't give a shit about the treachery that we feed. We need to see the truth, raw and uncouth, or apathy will continue to breed. And I do wonder how we will progress from now when the world is heading towards mutually assured destruction. And where can we look without feeling shook? In the East and West, there are psychopaths in charge, and their hands are hovering over that big red button. And I think it's time that we drew the line as they're dirtying up our souls with plastic pollution and cobalt mining. Cobalt is a material largely sourced through child slave labour, which we use to manufacture all of our smartphones, which we use to document the success of other people and include captions like #goals. And as said before, it's hard to ignore that the world is going mad. And I think it's crazy that we are so lazy. Things are getting worse, and they're already so bad. So where does one start to cleanse the soul, brain and heart, or make any kind of difference at all? I think we're all scarred from the coin and the card, but keep making money. The idea is if you make enough, you won't have to pay tax. It'll be the pensioners, the disabled, and the poor that will be taking the fall. A place of support with education, art, and sport. Sounds like utopia. I just described a school. And God bless the teachers restricted by leeches in a rapidly shrinking talent pool. And don't ever forget that we owe a debt that will never be paid off with cash. We go through the motions of small talk and vanity-driven self-promotions while standing on the resources of other countries that we have covered in ash. And I think you'll find that your beautiful mind is capable of helping us achieve more than we could ever believe. And this ain't a diss, but a point not to miss. Make sure you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. And before I go, I need you to know that we all have the power to speak. They'll try to drown out our voice, so shout. The truth is all that we seek. I promise to you, and one that is true, if you need help or support, I'll always have your back. Doubt in your mind, dominant, unkind. One thing is 100% certain. If you've ever experienced poor mental health, bravery is not something you lack. Because for the rest of your life, you're faced with constant drama and strife from what's probably the worst feeling of them all. Engaged in a 24/7 fight, one of them cold ones where your enemy ain't in sight, but always there when you drop the ball. And you'll never see this nemesis unless you look in the mirror.